Hey, this is Josh Pfriem, Family Brewers. I'm here to introduce you to our first round of Brewers question and answers. I'm nervous.
Hi there.
Hey guys, my name's Matt. I'm one of the brewers here at pFriem.
I am Keaton Scott, brewer at pFriem Family Brewers.
My name's Brian Cardwell.
My name's Gavin Lord. I'm the head brewer here at pFriem Family Brewers. Welcome to the Q&A.
What's an overlooked style that you think more brewers should brew? Very carefully and very gingerly, more route beer, but it has to be done delicately and very, very well balanced with a good nod towards history and the great ones that have done it. I would love for more people to do that and for more people to drink it and enjoy it as much as I do.
From Hop Meadow Brewing, why is your beer so damn good? Thanks. Thank you. It's about the love, baby. It's about the love.
When are you opening a tap room in Portland? Jeff, when I know, you'll know.
Why don't you make a Hefeweizen? So we do make a Hefeweizen. Last year we made a Hefeweizen on our R&D 7-barrel fermenter. This year we're scaling it up. So coming early summer will be a Bavarian Hefeweizen that we call Weiss beer.
What was the first beer you made for pFriem? The very first beer we ever brewed here in this brewery was Blonde IPA.
Whole ground or crushed coffee beans for infusing blonde, brown, and or stout ales. I would go whole beans, grind them yourself, and then make a cold brew. We found that that's a lot better for not getting all of the bitterness and astringency from the coffee, but more of the fruity flavors.
What up with the bear? When we were working on building the brand for pFriem, there's a lot of things that were really important to us. The European culture and what its influence on beer as a whole, how that tied into my family heritage with the last name like pFriem, and then combined with the Pacific Northwest and our heritage here surrounded by mountains and water and beer and all the things that we love. In that we want to have a nostalgic mascot be part of our brand, and bear was a very natural fit for that. If you look deep into our crest, the seal of the pFriem brand, if you look at any bottle, you can see other nostalgic things like Douglas fir trees and salmon, but of all those, we decided to have a lot of fun and give some personality to the bear itself. So he lives nostalgic sometimes, like a stoic bear does. Other times he shows more of the playful side of the brand. We are very serious about beer, but we also like to have a lot of fun. And the bear, when he's doing fun things, shows maybe the other side of when we're drinking beer rather than making it. But we like it.
Science and/or experimentation. What percentage would you say brewing is? A blend of both? I love this question. While I do believe that brewing takes a ton of art, a ton of experimentation, and it also takes a ton of science and a ton of research, what is often overlooked when we're talking about the brewing industry is the hard work. So I grew up working on farms, and a lot of this industry is like working on a farm. So I'm going to say it's 25% science, 33% art, and whatever the rest is, that's all hard work.
On a scale of 100 to 100, how awesome is it brewing beer with Matt Johnson? Seeing as I am Matt Johnson, it is definitely 100%.
What do you love most about your job? That's a big question. I love a lot of things about my job, but the ability to work with awesome people that are very passionate, that we all come together every day and work really hard and put our hearts and souls and minds into creating something and building something that people will enjoy. And the ability to have control over that and to always make it better and to give it all we can each day and then come in the next day and try to do it even better is a lot of fun. And to be able to do that in our industry. We're very collaborative and working to grow and build something together is pretty amazing.
Favorite yeast strain for a Pilsner? Decoction, no decoction. So my favorite yeast strain for Pilsner or any lager is Weihenstephan 3470. That's the strain that we use at pFriem. It's awesome. It's a workhorse. And as far as the decoction or no decoction, I'd say a step mash. So that gives you some of the same characteristics of a decoction, but also allows you to have a little more control, but also gentler on the malt that we're using.
If you were stranded and only had one style of beer to drink, what would it be? And I would have to go with Pilsner. That's definitely a cult favorite at pFriem.
What resources can you recommend for people trying to bottle condition most effectively? An excellent question. So back last spring, almost exactly a year ago, there was a Master Brewers Association of America meeting here in Hood River, and the whole topic of at least one of the seminars was bottle conditioning. Our very own Josh pFriem gave an excellent presentation about everything that we do. We have no secrets about that. So I would highly recommend going to the MBAA website and checking that out.
Could you walk through the process of making Flanders Blonde and talk a little bit about the inspiration for it? Flanders Blonde is a nod to a lot of the beers, or not, there's not a lot of them, but of the beers that are produced in the West Flanders part of Belgium. These are barrel-aged beers that go through mostly some sort of clean fermentation, and then they're aged with microflora, wild yeast, and bacteria for 1 year to 2.5 years. And there's a couple of small producers that do make a blonde version of this, and that beer was originally inspired by them. But it's kind of a unique style, definitely different than the goose and the lambic inspired or beers that we make at pFriem, and then the ones that are different. It's more different than that style made in Belgium itself, where those are going through spontaneous fermentation and barrel fermentations for their whole life. It's fun to see what happens with the beer when it has a clean beginning and then a slow maturation towards the end with the microflora.
Is a hot dog a sandwich, and why? I'm really glad you asked, because this is a really serious topic, and we can't ignore the serious topics.
I do not think a hot dog is a sandwich.
I think a hot dog can be whatever you want it to be.
That's a good one. I would say a hot dog is not a sandwich.
So, I have two answers. One, if you prefer your hot dogs cold directly out of the package, not a sandwich, just a delicious snack.
I guess actually, yeah. I don't know, that's a hard one.
It's definitely not a sandwich.
If, on the other hand, you like to wrap it in a paper towel and stick it in the microwave and nuke it, as my mother would call it, in a bun, within a bun, that's a sandwich. It's just my opinion.
Maybe it's not a sandwich because you don't put any vegetables on it typically, just mustard. So